Welcome to Ace My Exams Learning. Let us get started with today's learning.
The communication process in mass media. Mass communication follows a structured process where a sender delivers a message to a large audience using various media channels. Below are the elements of the communication process in mass media. 1. Sender or transmitter. The sender, also known as the transmitter, is the person, group, or institution responsible for delivering a message to an audience. In mass communication, the sender is often a structured organization or an official representative, rather than an individual speaking on a personal level. For example, in a corporate setting, the CEO of a major company might announce a groundbreaking merger during a press conference. Similarly, in the media industry, a news anchor acts as the sender when delivering breaking news on television. Government officials, such as a health minister issuing safety guidelines during a public health crisis, also serve as senders in mass communication. The sender's role goes beyond simply conveying information. They must ensure the message is clear, relevant, and aligned with their goals. For instance, a public relations officer of a sports brand announcing a new sponsorship deal will craft the message to highlight the brand's commitment to excellence and innovation. Likewise, a newspaper editor writing an editorial will choose words that reflect the publication's stance on current affairs. The sender shapes the tone, purpose, and impact of the message, influencing how the audience interprets and responds to it. 2. Receiver or target audience. The receiver or target audience is the intended recipient of a message in mass communication. Messages are typically designed for specific groups based on age, interests, profession, cultural background, or location. For example, a sports television network targets young adults and sports fans with live games and athlete interviews, while a fashion magazine appeals to style-conscious readers with trends and beauty tips. Similarly, a radio station may cater to urban youth by playing pop and hip-hop music, and a business newspaper focuses on financial professionals, investors, and economists. 3. Channel. The channel refers to the medium through which the message is transmitted to the audience. In mass communication, channels rely on advanced technology and competitive distribution methods to reach large audiences. Examples include A. Television and radio. Television and radio reach millions worldwide. International networks like CNN, BBC, and Al Jazeera provide global news, while SABC1, ETV, and DSTV serve South African audiences with news, entertainment, and sports. Global radio stations like BBC Radio and NPR deliver news and discussions, while Metro FM, Ukhozi FM, and Kaya FM cater to South Africa's diverse listeners. B. Print media. Newspapers and magazines provide in-depth news and analysis. Internationally, The New York Times, The Guardian, and The Times of India cover politics and business, while Time and Vogue focus on lifestyle. South African publications like The Sowetan, Business Day, and Mail and Guardian report local and global news, while magazines like Drum and Financial Mail cater to lifestyle and finance audiences. C. Digital and online platforms. The Internet offers instant news and interaction. Global sites like Google News and Reuters provide real-time updates, while social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter enable discussions. South African websites such as News24 and Daily Maverick deliver local news, while YouTube channels like Mag's Podcast and Chill attract entertainment audiences. D. Satellite and cable networks. Satellite TV provides global access to content. Internationally, Sky TV and Al Jazeera English broadcast worldwide, while South Africa's DSTV offers both local and international channels. OpenView provides free TV access, expanding viewership across the country. E. Mobile communication. Mobile apps and SMS deliver instant updates. Globally, WhatsApp, Telegram, and BBC News app provide messaging and news, while South African apps like DSTV Now, Showmax, and News24 app offer streaming services. Mobile banking apps also send transaction alerts and security notifications. 4. Message. The message in mass communication refers to the content being conveyed from the sender to the audience. Unlike interpersonal communication, where the sender can engage in direct, two-way dialogue, mass communication messages tend to be impersonal due to the absence of direct interaction. Examples of mass media messages include: A. Advertising and marketing. Marketing organizations use mass communication to promote products and services, persuading consumers to make purchases. For example, Coca-Cola launches global TV and social media campaigns, while South Africa's Shoprite advertises discounts via radio and newspapers. B. Public service announcements. Governments and organizations use mass media for public awareness. The WHO promotes vaccination campaigns globally, while the South African Revenue Service reminds citizens to submit tax returns before the deadline through TV, radio, and online ads. C. Non-profit awareness campaigns. Non-profit organizations use mass media to raise awareness and encourage donations. The Red Cross runs international disaster relief campaigns, while South Africa's Gift of the Givers utilizes social media and news coverage to mobilize support for humanitarian efforts. D. News and journalism. Media outlets shape public perception through news reporting. CNN and BBC provide global coverage, while South Africa's News24 and SABC News report on local issues, influencing public discussions and opinions. E. Political communication. Politicians and parties use mass media to influence voters. In the U.S., candidates rely on televised debates and digital ads, while South Africa's ANC and DA use radio, newspapers, and TV broadcasts to communicate their policies. F. Entertainment and culture. Mass media also conveys cultural messages through films, music, and television. Hollywood blockbusters like Black Panther celebrate African identity, while South African soap operas like Generations reflect social issues and traditions. G. Social media and digital content. Social media spreads messages instantly, allowing influencers and activists to shape public opinion. TikTok and YouTube are widely used for marketing, while movements like #FeesMustFall in South Africa gain traction through Twitter and Facebook. Mass media shapes public perception by selecting which issues to highlight, framing messages in specific ways, and reinforcing narratives through repetition. While it does not dictate opinions, it influences what people think about by prioritizing certain topics. Editorial choices, biases, and digital amplification further shape how messages are received. 5. Interferences or barriers in mass communication. Interferences or barriers in mass communication are obstacles that hinder the effective transmission and reception of messages between the sender and the audience. These barriers can distort, delay, or completely block communication, leading to misunderstandings or ineffective messaging. They include: A. Physical barriers. External disruptions like power outages, poor network signals, or loud background noise can prevent audiences from receiving messages effectively. For example, a TV news broadcast may be cut off due to load shedding in South Africa, or poor internet connectivity can make live-streamed global events inaccessible. B. Semantic barriers. Language differences, technical jargon, and ambiguous wording can lead to misunderstandings. In multilingual societies like South Africa, an English advertisement may not resonate with rural audiences who non-English speaking. Similarly, international news reports may use unfamiliar economic terms, making the message unclear for general audiences. C. Perceptual barriers. Personal beliefs, biases, and skepticism influence how messages are interpreted. A government health campaign may be seen as reliable by some, but distrusted by others who perceive it as propaganda. Similarly, A news report on climate change might be embraced by environmentally conscious viewers, but dismissed by skeptics. D. Technological barriers. Limited access to communication technology can exclude certain audiences. In rural areas with poor internet connectivity, digital media may not reach everyone. Similarly, people without smartphones may miss out on mobile-based news updates. 6. Feedback. A key distinction between interpersonal and mass communication lies in the nature of feedback. In interpersonal communication, feedback is typically immediate and direct, such as a verbal reply or a facial expression. In contrast, feedback in mass communication is often delayed and indirect. Examples of feedback in mass communication include: A. Letters to the editor, where readers share their thoughts on published articles. B. Phone-in segments on radio or television, allowing listeners or viewers to voice their opinions. C. Comments on social media and online reviews, enabling audiences to interact with content creators. D. Reaction to government campaigns, often seen through public opinion surveys, petitions, or protests where citizens voice their approval or concerns. E. Reactions to product or service advertisements, seen in customer reviews, social media comments, and consumer complaints or praises, which help businesses understand their audience's satisfaction and needs. While traditional mass communication offered limited avenues for feedback, modern technology has greatly enhanced audience engagement. Innovations like live chat, online surveys, and interactive social media platforms facilitate real-time communication between senders and receivers. These advancements have made mass communication more dynamic, allowing organizations to better gauge audience reactions and preferences.
To access more learning and exam preparation materials, go to www.acemyexams.coza. This link is also in the video description below. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to subscribe and be the first to know when we upload new videos.